guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Ring that notification bell so that you don't ever skip a beat. And welcome to my channel. And thank you to my returning family. So let's just get right into today's highly requested video. I mean, I've had friends tell me I should really talk about this. I should really do this on my channel. And I'm ready now. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to talk about my journey. So let's do it. Let's talk about why I quit my job, why I quit my life, pretty much that I was familiar with and I knew, the comfort zone, why I quit my comfort zone to chase my dream. And let's talk about it. So I think I'm gonna start from college just to kind of backtrack and get you caught up. So I graduated from North Carolina Central University in 2016. Yes, Eagle for life. And once I graduated, I was kind of foggy on if I really wanted to pursue medicine, if I really wanted to become a doctor. And let's talk about why. That played, life played with a lot of it. But also I was probably in a little bit of imposter syndrome. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much you are self-doubting yourself. You're telling yourself that you can't do it, and all of that. And after my last year of college, which was my best year, but also my worst year, because I felt so bad about the one bad grade I got from physics. Which I got a D in the first one and I got an A in the second one. So of course I gained the knowledge, I learned what I needed to learn, but I felt like I wasn't going to be good enough for medical school. I wasn't competitive enough. I felt as though I just, I couldn't do it. I just was like, maybe that's not for me. Maybe hospitality is for me. And that's why I ended up at Chick-fil-A. So I started working at Chick-fil-A and I absolutely loved it. I met great people. I learned so much about leadership, development, business, running a business, and everything of that nature. I had literally gotten all the way up to the highest rank before you are ready to become a operator for a store. So I had gotten all the way up to the manager. I was actually a training director in one of my stores. So, I was just like, I can really do this. I love hospitality and I still love hospitality to this day because I went back to school and got a second degree for it. I love hospitality that much. So I was just like, let's just do hospitality. I've been doing it all my life. I'm good at it. I'm good at being a servant. I'm good at being a leader, so let's just do this. Let's just do this, I ain't gotta go through all of that headache and stress of medical school. Let's just do this. But even though I was like, let's just do this, I wasn't happy with it, and I didn't realize I wasn't happy with it. But I'm gonna tell you someone who did realize. Actually, a couple of my recommenders that are recommending me writing letters for me for a medical school application, they realized it. They knew, of course, because those were some of my strongest leaders that I look up to. So they knew I was going to be going back to medicine. They just didn't know when, because they knew I wasn't happy with what I chose. But another person who did know was my fiance. And, God rest his soul. I thank God for him because he really we would have serious talks, and then he would just be like, you know, babes, I think you really should pursue your medicine. That's really what you love to do. You really love the children. You really love healthcare. That's something you really love to do. But he was a great person, and he supported me in whatever dream. He said, I'm gonna support you in whatever, but you know, I'm gonna give you my opinion on the side too. So, you know, that those years where I was working with Chick-fil-A and everything, it hit me. Something hit me in 2019. Something hit me. It was like an epiphany. It was almost like he just like brought up some things in my life, and I knew that I wasn't going to be happy if I didn't pursue or try to pursue my dream of becoming a doctor. So I was working at Chick-fil-A one day, and I was in the drive-thru because, you know, I like to call myself the drive-thru queen, especially on the iPad. Like, I was always outside on the iPad because that was like my favorite spot, and I actually killed the line very quickly, you know, just throwing it out there. Yes, I was out there one day, and one of my regular customers came through the line, and I don't know how we got on the conversation, but I was like, hey, Miss So-and-so, you know, what do you do for a living? And she was like, well, I'm actually a practice manager of a pediatric clinic. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You work with the kids, you know, pediatricians, that's cool. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, are you guys even looking for anybody, or do you know of a clinic or anybody in medicine looking for, you know, to hire somebody? And she was like, actually, we are. And I was like, y'all. I was like, you know, the conversation went good. She told me to apply and everything like that. Y'all, it was just so right. Like, the timing was right. Everything about the job was right because I met amazing people. I work with amazing doctors till this day who will write me a letter, who will, you know, give me some advice. You know, I met amazing doctors and amazing people and amazing coworkers. So that's how I ended up at UNC. And I absolutely loved my job. It was something new. It was something different. And I was very appreciative to get the healthcare administration side of medicine because I'm one of those people that like to know how the whole operation works. So not only the clinical side, but I wanted to know the administrative side. And I got the exposure with the administrative side and everything like that. And I absolutely, you know, loved it, enjoyed it because I was around medicine, I was in medicine. Even though I wasn't working directly with patients, I was creating bonds and creating memories with families in different ways. So I think that helped me, you know, get my motivation back, get my mojo back. Well, everything was going so good. My fiance had proposed to me. I was back on my mojo pursuing medicine, and then 5 months after he proposed to me, he passed away. And that hit me hard. That hit me hard. And I'm sorry, you know, I'm trying not to tear up now, but that hit me hard because, you know, I was just like, I was finally getting my mojo back and finally being able to see myself greater and, you know, better and prosperous and pursuing the vision that I really, really wanted. And once that happened, it's like I became numb. I paused and I just, you know, everything just didn't feel right anymore. And that's because our love was real and our love was true. And we have been together for 3 years. So, of course, that's going to hit hard, you know. And, you know, I had to really learn myself again. And God allowed me to become alone and not depend on people because I had to learn myself again. Sometimes God will break you to your low, like to your lowest point, for you to rise back up strong and to get back on path, or, you know, or whatever the case may be. And that's literally what happened. And my job, I think, you know, my job at UNC, I thank them so much because they were so supportive. They had just met me, but they were so supportive, y'all. And it was a time, but that is what I needed. I needed something. It's bad to say, but it's good to say. Sometimes the bad situations in our lives help us get to the next chapter in our life that we need to be at. And that's what happened to me. So I had a talk with my supervisor, and she was like, well, if it's really something that you want to do, I say do it. And I had, you know, because I had only been there for a year, but I was like, I'm applying to schools and I want to move and everything like that. You know, North Carolina was my home. It was my comfort zone. It was what I knew. It was everything I knew, everyone I knew. You know, and I met friends from Chick-fil-A when I was traveling with Chick-fil-A and everything like that. You know, I had family in other states, but North Carolina was my home, you know, and it still is my home. And I, you know, I had to break free of my comfort zone. So I left a very good job to chase my dream of medicine. And do I have any regrets about moving? No, I don't. Moving changed my life in so many ways, because moving allowed me to be by myself, not have the comfort of my family, not have the comfort of my friends. Like, I literally felt like I was starting over. I was starting a new life, because I knew no one here except for my god sister, you know, and her mom and a couple other people. But I'm moving to a city that I really didn't know nothing about or knew anyone. But I knew I wanted a change. I knew I needed to change the scenery. So I was just like, let's do it. It was rocky. It was rocky getting up here. It was very rocky. But, you know, I am very happy, and I'm very happy. And I am very pleased with the decision that I made. And I said all of that in this video to let you guys know, chase your dreams. Do what you love and not what is comfort. Step outside of that comfort zone. Do what you love. Do what you're passionate about. I'm passionate about medicine. I'm passionate about becoming a physician. And whatever you're passionate about, do it. And that's why moving actually sparked me to start this channel. So I'm glad I got it out. I'm so glad that I moved. I'm so glad that I'm chasing my dream again. I feel like me again. I feel like myself again. And that was the biggest thing for everything. Like, I'm just so grateful. God allows things in your life to happen for a reason. And I'm now understanding the reason why certain trials and tribulations I had to go through to get to where I am today. Good that I went through that whole stage. Because now, baby, I'm ready. I might not be ready for all the studying, but I'm ready to pursue my dreams, to pursue everything. So, yeah. That's just a little bit about me and a little bit why I, quit things in my life to chase my dream and pursue me. But thank you guys so much. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Like, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And I hope that you stay, you click that subscribe button, you join the family, you stay. We're gonna get big. We're gonna become a big family. I'm just so appreciative of everybody who supports. And thank you so much. And I hope you all just enjoy your day, whatever time it is. Know that I love you here at Netthoscopes, and we put our visions on a mission. Love you guys. Bye.